Alrighty, well, part 1 is posting. I'm not actually going to reveal the makeup station. Sorry if I gave you guys false hope that you guys were going to be able to see it. I just made that part of my video, but I am stalking it. And it's kind of boring just doing it by myself, so I'm bringing you guys along with me. Even though you guys aren't able to see it until I'm actually done. I also have to rearrange my personal makeup, so I'll show you the personal makeup. This will go to my sister as well. If you don't know what I'm doing with those makeup items that I'm just tossing off camera, I'm giving them to my older sister who does not really know a lot about makeup, so I'm giving her little makeup items. Like a foundation. Possibly a bad idea. But it's gonna have to do. I've already decided and I'm not taking my decision back. I store everything in baggies for during like storage season. So basically for comp makeup that would mean early May to starting late April, early May. Kind of, and so it goes in baggies to be stored in a bin from late April, early May to January. And then now through February, I am basically just gathering my makeup and what else I would need and popping it in my case. Unsure if my reasoning behind this makes any sense. I will double check my black eyeliner. So does my reason make sense? To most people, maybe not, but to me, yes. It highly does. Because why should I be waiting until like month before comp season starts to put my stuff in my organizer and get it all set up? I'm trying to check these eyeliners now. That is all that is left. Although this one is a mum. This one is my mom's, so I'm going to remove this little label I put on it. One of my teachers is grading all my late work forms that I sent in. I am going to give this one back to my mom. She let me borrow it for comp work. And then this one is my personal one. It's my decision if this one goes bye-bye or not. I like having the option between a black and a brown of one kind that I really like. So I'm going to give my mom back her brown because I recently got myself a brown. So my mom's getting her two back, and then my felt tip is going into personal use. Mascara, I need to get a new one. It's only a year old, and I need a new. Next we have eyeshadow, the mini eye palettes. I'm going to have to pick 1, 2 for comp travel. And the mini I chose to travel with is my e.l.f. one because it has my 2 shades for my comp look, and then my 2 different shimmer options versus my LA Colors one, which is also very hard to open. It has 2 shades I need, but only 1 shimmer, and it's very sheer. Same with this one, but I will still put them in the organizer. Why? Why not? Just have them there so I can see my options. And then the Chocolate by Jarvis eyeshadow palette. I use this. It's going to stay home. Same with my big one that I use for the shimmer. I'm actually going to put my bigger palettes in back, smaller palettes in front. Now on to blush. I use this one. This one will be the one that travels with me, because it is baby sized. And then I made a video about this about 5-ish months ago. My competition makeup bin. This is a shade. It will be my new test subject for rehearsal. It is also a small compact, so we'll be going in there. And then I'm also testing the NYX Buttermelt blush. You know better, or butter. I've used it a few times. It's okay. Although real tests will be at comp, not at home, because I do way heavier makeup for competitions. And then these two neck palettes are also like little, but they're gonna go in the bigger, in the medium size compartment because they're circular. My highlighter by Mario, and it is the shade Pearl. Now my bronzer from the brand Revolution, I think it is Long Weekend. Shade Long Weekend. I needed a blush and a highlighter in one. No, a bronzer, blush, highlighter in one, because when I did bronzer, it would kind of cover up my blush. So in this will also give my blush a little bit of a boost. I'm also going to move the NYX blush into that section with those. Now on to lippy sticks. I have 2 lipstick options. I have this beautiful Sephora brand. It's a like glossy one. And then I have this NYX matte one. It's a mini. This one will come to competitions for touch-ups. This one will be my original one. I'm going to go in with my primer and that. Then we have lip liner. This is still the same one from when I started dancing. Beauty Qui. What? Beauti Qui. Beauty Qui. That is the brand. It's my lip liner. I love it. It works. I don't see why I need a new one every year if it works. If it works, it works. Why does it matter? And then I have a new product. Powder, and it's in shade beige. It's that shade. Never tried it. I don't even know how to use it. So if any of you guys, I might ask someone who's an expert with the makeup and knows a lot about it and wears a lot of it about that. Ow, I just hit my finger. And then in the back compartment, we'll have my 2 different options. Laura Mercier. I think that's how it's said. My one, this will be rehearsal, 2nd comp, 4th comp. This will be 1st comp, 3rd comp. CoverGirl one. Because they both are very good shade matches. Oh, that's deep. But it will work. I won't lose them that way. And then setting spray, obviously. You always need your setting spray. This is actually looking way less chaotic, but also last year I had all of this. Makeup removal along the sides of the container, which I'm going to do this time. But if I'm being honest, it is just a natural reaction for me to want to have all my removal items, like makeup related stuff, in my cake with my makeup in its new little storage space, my little station. And then I have to put my basic everyday makeup in my little storage bin. And then I have 2 sponges to clean. I just realized I never picked up that little oil thing. Okay, I'm gonna save. It's not popped. They're little Dollar Tree oil things. Oh, I actually use these. Skin prep. So I also need to put my skincare items in there. Or at least basics. And my lotion. Yeah, I do that as my lotion for my face. I'm also going to ask if this shade will work for lipstick. My little pill one, 'cause I like it. Although I might bring it for after competing for awards. Oh, I need to actually set up my other three garment bags. Yes, I said 3. I'm doing 4 numbers. I already have 1 costume. Other 3 I get at rehearsal. So, time to set up my 3 garment bags, which are also new. I have a new set of 4. Which actually having this set of 4 will work perfectly for recital. I'll show you what they look like. This is the bag. My hand is clattered against a whole ton of my baby brushes. I don't think that's gonna work for baby brushes. We have this, it has this little tag for studio, name, phone, then these 2 little pockets in the back, and then 1 big mesh pocket. I did have garment bags that would have worked, they just didn't have all the pockets and everything. And if I'm being honest, it would have been more stressful. Oh, and these also have the little bits where you can fold the garment bag in half and around its own hanger for when you put them in your bag. For like when I'm packing it, I will do that with my costumes. The second I get my costumes, I'm actually going to. So for my first comp number, or for my first costume that I have, I'm going to make sure the pockets are zipped, which they are. Take the butt and fold it up to here. I'm not gonna do that for when I use them, but I'll give you an example of how these garment bags will be used by me for comp. See, imagine I'm about to pack my garment bags up and I'm like, oh, I don't have that much room. I need to save space. Boom, packed. I can see my shoes and everything, and then it takes up a lot less room. And boom, the second I get there and hang them up, I just undo them. Less space will be taken up by my garment bags this way, and I will also be able to like have them more stored discreetly in my bag. And then I also have my comp jacket hanging up on my rack. I just find it easier to have my jacket on my rack. And then if I have any little hanging bits like gloves and that, got these little bits. And hair pieces will go in 1 pocket. Shoes, for 1 dance I can do it, but the other dances I can't. Well, 2 of my dances, my shoes will go in the garment bags. The other 2 are heels, so those will go outside. So then for those, I will have any extra pieces. Like if they have different earrings, like if I'm doing different earrings for different numbers, I can have my different earrings in the extra pocket for my ones that have heels and all that nice stuff. I almost forgot sunscreen. I do sunscreen under my base. I do face wash, oil, lotion, sunscreen, primer. I'm aware I won't be able to reapply a lot, but at least I'll have a base layer. No, this video is not sponsored by anyone. If it was, I would have done the sponsorship first things first for my video. I wouldn't be just now doing it. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. It's not even that late. My mom just sent me something on Messenger, but I have a lot more stuff to take care of. So I'm going to take care of that. And then I also have a few items in my suitcase, which I want to grab out to do for using for storage for my rack. because it's like I have little mini gels and all that, and I want to just bring one mini mousse, one mini hairspray. Gonna make sure that they're fully filled and everything. Both my 2 types of gel, my slicker brush, my comb. So I'm gonna see if I have all of what I would bring combs. Hairbrush wise, my comb for if I need to fix my part up or do any of that. Fix any flyaways, my detangler, my brush. Those are the little brushes that will go in one pocket. I'm not wanting to do a whole lot of excess stuff this year. I had a lot of extra stuff that I didn't need and caused a bit of a traffic jam. A lot of difficulty using my rack. I'm gonna work on hair items tomorrow after dance, I think. And then I use the Got To Go gel for roots and that, like my baby hairs. And then this one for the rest of my hair, where it's like any flyaways and all that. And then my other 2 mini hairsprays, these came from like bigger bottles, but there was still a little left. This one is actually this one, but this one still had a lot more left in it than a purple bottle I had, well my mom had, but she let me use. No, my grandma had, but she didn't use anymore, so she let me use for my first year. I loved it. It works amazing with my bangs. So these 2 hairsprays in the Got To Go gel are mostly for bangs. This one's baby hairs. These 2 hairsprays are my bangs. They are my holy grail, so I don't have to do billions of bobby pins, even though my bangs are longer. Because first comp, they were here. So it was a whole ton of bobby pins. Now they're up to here. Last year's season, they were here. So just barely making it to the bun. This is a pretty full one. I'm actually going to try and find ones that I don't have, like, names on. This is a full one, and it does. Hairspray. Tissema. Extra hold. I use level 4. I've never tried the level 5. Hairspray and mousse. These will be what go in that bag. So I kind of want to pack that bag now. Oh, and then I'd have a bottle of water and detangler for after all of my dances are done and everything, and I would like to have like different hair for awards. And then I'd also bring my leave-in conditioner. I'm gonna have to label them. Although no, I should be able to keep them separate. Leave-in conditioner has a black lid. Detangler has a white lid. I'm going to sign off for right now after showing you all that, and then I will go through my comp day hair items and put them in. Bye.